If you're looking for pound the best home health and beauty fragrance products, you need to go to ashkickin.com.
Hi, my name is Janita, and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
What do you think about Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua?
Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. I think that Deontay Wilder knocked Anthony Joshua out.
Wow.
Anthony Joshua is still...
Thanks for the headline, Kenny. Go ahead.
he's still a green fighter. He really is. I was at the World Championship in Azerbaijan with Anthony Joshua, and sat at the lunch table with him probably 3 or 4 times throughout that week that we were there. And, you know, he's a nice guy, a nice kid, like him a lot. He should have got a gold medal there. He got to the championship round, and he beat the guy soundly with no problem. But the guy was from Azerbaijan, and he didn't get the decision. And that's just the way boxing goes a lot of times. So, you know,
Hello, Kenny.
I think you've already said that that Deontay Wilder has this equalizer, his right hand, and he can win a fight. He can fight with that right hand, even if he's down on the scorecards. So I see Deontay winning that fight by knockout.
Wow.
Well, caller, ask me that question.
I'm telling you, man, that's big. That's big right there.
Well,
so
I'm gonna go the other way on that, Kenny. I'm gonna go the other way on that. I think the quickest way to get anywhere is straight. You know, we talked about Errol Spence, Carol Brooks.
Deontay Wilder got a straight ass right hand. I tell you that.
I know that.
That's the straightest damn punch I've ever seen.
We on Las Vegas Boulevard and 8th Street. Hey, but Errol Spence goes straight. That's why everyone believes in the hype. They're going. Many boxing experts say he's going to win. Sean Porter is aggressive. He goes straight. Many experts pick Sean Porter to win. And I just think that loopy stuff that Deontay Wilder does, that loopy, it bothers the – listen to me. I was already hyped that night because it was Floyd Mayweather's 40th birthday party. So I was expecting Deontay Wilder to get him out early. And I'm watching this fight. He's down 3 rounds to nothing. Maybe 4 rounds to nothing. And then he got caught in the 5th round. But I don't think Anthony Joshua gets hit with that loopy left, maybe the right hand, because when a boxer's losing, he goes to what he knows. And Deontay Wilder knew he was down maybe 3 rounds or 4 rounds. So he's like, I got to get this guy with his right hand. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And I just think Anthony Joshua finds a way to get inside of him. You know what I mean? And finds a way to back him up. And similar to that knockdown he had, was it in the Olympics? I watched that highlight tape.
Well, one of Anthony Joshua's knockout?
No, when Deontay Wilder got knocked out.
Oh, yeah, against the Italian fighter.
The Italian
who kept countering him with a right hand over Wilder's jab.
And because
every time Wilder threw a jab, Dude would counter him with a right hand.
He had no answer. And that's what thank you. I'm glad and that's what I'm getting to. Deontay Wilder doesn't have variations. And I know Anthony Joshua is quite young and rather green, and we have high projections for him similar to an Errol Spence, but I just think that the technical stuff that you taught, that you're teaching Sean in the gym, is the same thing that Anthony Joshua's trainer is teaching Anthony Joshua in the gym. And I just don't think Deontay Wilder is getting that. You know what I mean? I see Deontay and I'm like, Jesus, please don't throw that loopy right hand. Please don't throw that loopy left hand. You know what I mean?
Well, it's not. But the right hand, he throws it all different. He throws all different kind of right hands, though.
But
he'll throw an overhand. He'll throw a straight one. You know, so it's not like he just throwing looping right hands. I thought you were talking about other punches.
Well, the reason why he throws it from and here's another misconception too. A lot of the times he throws that loopy right hand and left hand. He's off balance a lot too.
Now I agree with you.
Off and he's square a lot. I don't know a heavyweight that puts his mitts together in between, puts his mitts together and then then shells up. I don't, these are technical stuff that bothers the living daylights out of me.
Yeah, Teddy Atlas illustrated that. He showed clips of the the balance issue. He definitely needs to work. Right after the Areola fight. Teddy Atlas showed a whole bunch of clips of his flaws, his balance, issues. He does have to work on that. But anyway, but thanks for your call, man. I appreciate your call. All right.
Yeah, no problem, man.
All right, take care, man. So we all.
Hey, Fred.
Yeah, what's up?
I don't want to change my prediction. But I am in agreement with you. Because again, I think critically and I use logical deduction as well. And everything you said, 1 + 1 = 2. Everything you said makes sense. I don't want to change my prediction. But I'm in total agreement with you.
Yeah. He made,
I'm rooting
for
Deontay Wilder, and I want him to go get that bag.
But the thing though is we knew he had these flaws still though. I mean, we knew he had these flaws going into all of these fights. And like I just said, once again, I mean, I think it's really going to come down to. That's one of them fights where who lands first. Because if Wilder lands a flush right hand on Anthony Joshua, it might be over. But then you got, Anthony Joshua who has his hooks. He has his own right hand. So
Anthony Joshua fights like a middleweight to some degree.
Think so?
Man,
he doesn't fight like he's 6'6".
No, he is talented. The guy is. And Deontay Wilder.
Let's talk about the flaws for a second.
Okay, sure. Go ahead,
and I have a question about that for you, for both of you guys. Can those flaws be fixed with Wilder?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know how long it's going to take, but they can definitely be fixed. I think he's been learning on the job because, Kenny, you already know Deontay Wilder. He's not like a Sean Porter or Errol Spence that been boxing, out of diapers, or he started late. So I think he's one of them fighters that's kind of learning late. He's learning on the job. He's improving, but at the same time, there are still some of them flaws there, though. So
is he improving or is he getting more confident?
Oh well, he's always at the confidence.
That's what I'm saying. So when you look at a confident man, you're like, oh man, he's amazing. But in reality, in Deontay Wilder, and I'm looking at this from 50,000 feet. I'm a huge Deontay Wilder fan. Like, for real, I love his charisma. I hang out with him when he's in L.A. This is no bullshit. This is real. But when I see him in the ring from 50,000 feet, he's beatable. You understand what I'm saying? When I look at Anthony Joshua from 50,000 feet, he's less beatable. You understand what I'm saying? And I just think Anthony Joshua, and I know he's a bit stiff up top. What heavyweight isn't? People 6'7", 6'8" don't bend their knees. I played basketball my whole life. Boxing is my second love. So I know about getting in the stance and throwing a bounce pass to my center and him fumbling the shit out of bounds. Same thing happens with heavyweights. They don't bend. As much as we want them to, they just won't. But I just think as technical as Anthony Joshua is, that will be the difference in that fight right now, today. If they sign that fight for June 19th, Anthony Joshua wins. But first, Anthony Joshua has to beat Klitschko because Klitschko has a long jab. And
that's what I was going to – and my man, Supreme General, he says shit works, so fuck it. So that's what Supreme General said.
Deontay Wilder's right hand is not Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's skyhook. That's all I'm saying. It is not. It is not unstoppable.
No, well, no, of course not. Of course not. Of course not, man. So, I mean –
Let me –
Go ahead, Kenny.
Let me just toss this out, and I wanted to get your opinion as well.
Ken?
Go ahead, Kenny.
You said absolutely it could be fixed, but I'm going to say this, and this is from me observing Deontay through the amateur system. He was on the national team with Sean. They won the National Golden Gloves together.
Oh, wow.
You know, they went to Beijing together. I was at Deontay Wilder's very first professional fight. And when the fight was over, he came to me after the fight, walked up to me and said, "Coach, I'm sorry." And I'm like, "For what?" He's like, I didn't look good. And I said, "Don't worry about that, man. You got the knockout." Well, that's what he's been doing ever since then. And that's probably what his people are saying to him. Don't worry about it. You got the knockout.
And that I hope they're not saying that.
Well, look at Spilker. I'm sorry I cut you off, Kenny.
I don't think
Go
they're
ahead.
doing anything to improve what he does because don't worry about that. You got the knockout.
Or if you lose all these rounds, don't worry, you're gonna catch him eventually. Hopefully they're not
and
saying
they're all
that.
banking on that.
But I really, man, I hope that's not the case because that's bad.
This is Bobby, and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.